Hey guys, now before we start this video, I just want to say thank y'all for 2K subs. Y'all probably be seeing this a couple days after I got 2K, but still, I really appreciate y'all's participation on this journey, this road to 10K. Also, the reason why I'm not posting every day this weekend is because I was away for a wrestling tournament and forgot my mic. I know y'all, such an L. Anyways, hey YouTube, it's your boy Mizuki, back with another video, and in today's video, I'm doing it first. Y'all know how I like exploring different video styles and topics. So yeah, in today's video, I'm making a part 2 of the tier list I made a while back called Peroxide Legendary Moves tier list. Y'all know that with the launch of Update 2, the boring update, some things have been dropped, for example, 2 new legendary moves. So in today's video, I just want to add them to the tier list to update it and keep everything up to date because I know y'all want to know the latest news and not some outdated tier list, so here I am. Also, for this video's rubric and or the time segments, as I normally call them, I decided to add a clip of my old tier list video in the beginning, so none of y'all new viewers or old have to click off to watch the first part, since nothing has really changed mechanically for the older legendary abilities, but I'll be adding the 2 new abilities at the end of the video, so stick around till then. But anyways, without dragging anyone's time, let's hop right into the video. Now before we begin, for those of y'all who have no idea what separates legendaries from any other abilities, and how to even attain them, let me explain. First things first, the only way you can obtain legendary abilities at the moment is to receive something called an unstable time remnant. Now in order to get this unstable time remnant, all you gotta do is complete an S rank invasion. Now upon winning that, you typically get 2 options, 3. You can either choose a godly accessory. By the way, for those of y'all who are new, I made a tier list on godly accessories, so go check it out. But anyways, godly accessories, the second option you get is the ultimate gems. And of course, last but not least, you get legendary skills, which of course is something that y'all should get if you're looking to obtain one of these abilities. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's continue the ranking. Now, right off the bat, we got ourselves one of the better skills that are currently in the legendary category. This move is called Ryotsu Clips. The description reads, combust a miniature star of Ryotsu in your palm before releasing into the air above you. From there, it will continue releasing blasts of Ryotsu upon your foes. This ability is absolutely OP as it shreds the HP off your body, and I mean quite literally. Cool thing about this move though is that every time my opponent or I'm at 100 HP and this move is summoned, unless you run miles away from it, it's going to shred at least 75% of your HP. Like I remember the first time I versed a player with Ryotsu Clips, I was winning by like half HP, he used that move and attacked me at the same time, so I'd be stunned and I wouldn't be able to move, and I just watched as my HP shredded down to 0 in literally a matter of seconds. This move is very broken as it also auto-tracks, and I really don't like it when I'm on the receiving end of this move. And to top it all off, it's the only move on this list that's made for strength-based builds. The rest are for spirit, but yeah, definitely number 1 out of the 4. The next ability we got on this list is the beloved Hado number 91. Now the reason why I don't particularly like Hado number 91 is yes, the features are very good, very OP, and useful, but for those of y'all that don't know, Hado number 91 is limited to only 1 race. Can you guess? Yeah, Soul Reapers. Guys, only Soul Reapers have the ability to receive it, and that's exactly why I don't put it at number 1. But the description reads, Hado number 91, perform a heavenly chant while creating meteors of Ryotsu and poisoning them to strike, before pummeling your opponent with all the might of the skies. Now, despite the downside and the fact that I don't play Soul Reaper that often, this move is still hella OP as it's an auto-tracking move, but one that follows you to the edge of the map and back. I mean, I PvP'd players who use Hado number 91 and it's bad. Not only does this move brutally mess you up, worse than Ryotsu Clips, but it also like never stops following you. It's weird, like you could flash step around the map at least 10 times over and over and over again and it will not stop following you. Really good move, and if it wasn't only limited to Soul Reaper, I'd probably place at least number 1. If there's number 0, I'd put number 0. It's really OP. But the discrimination is just wild to me. Also, this ability alongside all the ones coming up is made for spirit-based builds, just heads up. Now number 3 on this list is ironically the number 3 in general. It's what I like to call the 50% off Getsuga Tensho. It's called Ryodon. The description reads, take a mighty stance and condense all of your Ryotsu along your blade's edge, at last releasing an earth-shattering slash that can break the toughest of defenses. Now the reason why I put Ryodon so low on this list is despite the fact that it does a crap ton of damage upon impact, it's not as fancy as the moves listed above us. You see, Ryodon, unlike the original Getsuga Tensho, doesn't do multiple slices, but rather one big one. It's so big and the startup time is so slow, I'd say 95% of the players will simply dodge it. To put it in perspective, it's like talking about your fighting style prior to the fight. It's gonna be pretty simple to count. Anyways, most players simply just flash step away, and unless you're new, this isn't a move I'd necessarily worry about. It's also like the other moves, doesn't have features such as a never-ending chip or auto tracking. It's just one oversized slash that takes a millennia to charge up. That's kind of an over-exaggeration, but it takes a bit. Aside from that though, y'all already know this one's going at number 3. Moving on. Last but not least, I just realized that this has been going in a downwards order. That's neat. Anyways, last but not least, we got ourselves Flag of Resolve. The description reads, pull forth the very manifestation of you. Oh yeah, this is really weird. Pull forth the very manifestation of you, or of your will to survive. I guess it's weird, okay. And plant a flag stating your resolve. Within this domain, all damage taken will be redirected to the flag. Now this move, in my opinion, is worse on this list. And now the reason why I say that is, yeah, it has a cool ability upon activation. The dude using it basically can get hurt for a certain period of time, whether he's inside or outside the circle, until the flag lowers, you're chilling. But the problem with this move is majority of the times your opponent is just gonna get far away and wait it out until the flag lowers itself, and then he'll resume the attack. To top it off, this move doesn't run any damage on your opponent, making it kind of a stalling move, which is boring and time consuming in my opinion, since neither side will probably be doing anything for a while, unless you're an idiot and go and start trying to hurt the guy inside or outside, I guess, the circle. Then you're gonna get smoked. But if you're smart, you'll most likely wait it out. I like the concept, but it's too easy to work around, giving it number 4 on this list. Now right off the bat, for all y'all Quincy brothers out there, we got, in my opinion, a very nice little legendary skill called Spranger. Now the whole point of Spranger ability is if your opponent is knocked down and or stunned, you set a trap up, he steps in it, and basically gets fried. We see this move being used in the fight of Ryu Ishida vs. Iolapro. For all y'all Bleach fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. In the description, this move reads, "A holy art of the Quincy's, create a pentagon of Reishi and obliterate all who stand within its boundaries." This ability is obviously only obtainable through an unstable time remnant, and I believe it's scaled its spirit. Note that it's a Quincy exclusive move, so if you like a Soul Reaper and a Ronkar and or Fullbringer, then tough luck. Anyways, with all that in mind, I appreciate the amount of damage this trap does once it's sprung, but the fact that it's only possible to pull off in certain circumstances, for example when your opponent is stunned, which is kind of hard to get these days, this will lead my opinion to put it into the A tier. Now anyways, moving on to our second new legendary ability, because there's 3, we got the Ryatsu Ball. Now, what I appreciate about this move is the fact that it's not a certain race exclusive ability. It's low-key for everybody, and I believe it also scales its spirit, as does the Spranger ability. It's also a move that can be done unlimited amount of times, as long as you touch the ball before it hits the ground, giving it endless use. But that's where the fun ends. Now see, the problem I have with this move is, yeah, it does a reasonable amount of damage, but I don't appreciate how predictable this move is. It's very easy to dodge, simply just being able to flash step away, and the move is basically pointless from there. I know because I've versed many players who use this ability in ranked, and they themselves confess on how ass it is. Like, yeah, you can catch your opponent off guard the first time, but if you continue attacking them, you'll just end up exposing yourself for attacks, putting it in B tier. Now last but not least, we got the move that I personally appreciate the most out of all the new ones. It's the Ruthless Fatality. Now of course, like all the other moves you can get, this legendary ability is only obtainable through an unstable time remnant. This move is also the only one of the 3 moves that scales its strength, making it pretty unique. But that's not why I appreciate it. You see, if you get close to your opponent with Ruthless Fatality, I cannot pronounce this name. No matter what they're doing, it's possible to lock on, making this move hella annoying. It also leaves your opponent stunned for a short period of time, giving you a window to freely begin combo extending. I personally really appreciate this move for how out of nowhere it can be, and really, like, you could catch your opponent off guard pretty well, no matter how high your opponent's guard is. I've also gotten it through, and I believe it's something everybody should try out. Now the only downside of this move is that it's only exclusive for Ronkars, but Ronkars and Quincy's are both the best races, so it don't really matter anyways. But yeah, landing it in the S tier. Anyways, with all that in mind, that's that for today's video. The addition of these 3 new legendary abilities is the only thing carrying Update 2 in my opinion. Especially Ruthless Fatality, it's been carrying, well not carrying, but helping me grind my raw card count for a very long time now, especially in ranked, since it leaves such an opportunity window for nice combo extensions and all that good stuff. But yeah, obviously all the other legendary abilities that were added have unique elements to them to, I'm sure, with enough control, I feel like you'll be able to learn to use Ryotsu Ball pretty well. It may just be me, but I'm honestly ass at using it and it does not help. But yeah, aside from that, like, sub, all the proper things, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.